Welcome back, everybody, to Iowa Deer Slayers. I've always been interested in saddle hunting, but never really had the funds to get into it. And so I picked up this affordable XOP Ultra saddle hunting combo. It's got a stand, saddle, pouch, ropes, everything you need to get started. We're going to open up this box and see what it contains, and we'll get it out and use it. I'll give you my honest review on how I like it. It was only $1.99 when I purchased it. I think it's come down in price now, but yeah, we're gonna give it a little honest review and see how it works. All right, we got the XOP Ultra Hunting Saddle Combo. This is the Edge platform. Comes in right under 6 pounds, which isn't that heavy, but it feels heavy when you're going in the woods. I haven't really found a great way to pack this and my sticks together into the woods. The backpack I have doesn't really allow me to attach it to it, so I've been carrying my bow and then I attach my sticks to this, and then so I carry both, but it's kind of a pain. But if you're wanting to get into saddle hunting and you don't really have the funds to get the expensive stuff, this is a great alternative. I have been hunting out of this for a season now, and I killed all my deer out of this saddle and platform system. I really enjoy it. I really like it, and I highly suggest it if you just want to get into saddle hunting, don't want to make a huge investment up front, and get a few seasons out of it, and then maybe upgrade parts and pieces as you go. The platform does come with an adjustable screw down here, so you can set the tilt on the platform depending on the angle of the tree you're putting it in, which is really nice. And you got quite a bit of travel here in this screw. I added a 550 cord loop, so on my saddle I have a little carabiner that I clip it to, so it's always right here. When I climb the tree I can just unclip it, put it on the tree, wrap it around, and go after it. It does come with a nylon strap with 2 loops on the end. One on this end with a cam buckle. It just slips through and the tension holds it in. I am personally not a fan of the strap. For the platform setup, if I were to swap anything out right away, it would be the strap, and I would go for a AM steel option. Hang Free Systems has some good ones out there, but you're paying almost as much for the AM steel strap as you do almost this whole setup. But that AM steel strap you can swap from one platform to another. If you upgrade this later, you can keep the AM steel with you. All right, this is the XOP saddle. It's got the shoulder strap harnesses and then the webbing that you sit in, shoulder straps, and this doubles as a tree stand harness. However, my personal opinion, I would just cut this thing off, burn it, and don't ever use this as a... I would personally use this as a tree stand harness. The tree stands I do have, the metal seat, the one time I did try this, got caught in the webbing and made a few tears, and I didn't want to tear up my saddle hunting out of a metal tree stand. So I have one of those hunter safety systems that I use for a tree stand harness. So I would personally just cut this off, burn it, and be done with it. It does have a lot of adjustability in it, in the straps. Bring it up so you can see it. I didn't cut mine because I'm going to give this to a buddy of mine, but I just rolled mine up like I do in the military and then put some electrical tape around it so he could undo it and adjust it to his height later. With that being said, I'm 5'3", so I'm not a tall person, and this doesn't shrink down really enough to fit comfortably while walking in and walking out. While I'm in the tree, it's not a problem, but while I'm walking and walking out, it kind of hangs low and kind of trips me up a little bit. And this bag they give you for your ropes is good, just not great. It's not something you would really want to keep using long term. There's a lot left to be desired in this saddle. I wish there was loops that you could hang stuff from it easier. But there again, for $200 and you want to get into saddle hunting, this is, in my opinion, definitely the way to go. I'm going to throw this on. I just take the two straps, throw it on. You got a plastic buckle here in the center. You just clip. Throw my bags out of the way. Then you have two leg straps that come through, and they clip onto the saddle. And these leg straps, I've been up in the tree, and it's got a little hook and loop system. These hooks will come undone from the loop while I'm in the tree, and I didn't notice it till it was too late. So I was almost climbing down when I realized it. But there's a loop, and they just hook in there, and the tension keeps them in. So I hook those and cinch them down. And that's the saddle. I put extra D-rings. So they only give you one D-ring for your bridge, and I left the lineman's loop in there. You can cut this shorter as well once you figure out where you're comfortable with your bridge. And they're nice D-rings that they give you. They lock, they twist lock. Throw that on, then you got your bridge. And in my saddle over here, I keep my lineman's rope and my tree tether. My lineman's rope, I went ahead and put another D-ring on the end of it. So I got a D-ring on each end. And I got a Ropeman 1. Those Prusik knots, they're, in my opinion, they're more of a hazard than they are anything else. Because you got to let go to take the tension off, then you have no hands to hold onto the tree to take the tension off the rope, and it's just kind of a pain. But these, again, just like the AM steel, you can take with you. If you get a new saddle system, you can swap them off to the new one. These are, in my opinion, a must-have for any saddle hunting situation. But I take my lineman's rope and I clip it on, and then I leave my dominant hand has the Ropeman. I'll throw it around the tree, clip it on, and then cinch it up. So it's real easy. Then I have done this twice. I'm lucky I haven't done it more, but when I'm up in the tree, I get all set up and I get ready to take this lineman's rope off. I only take it off of one end, and then I tuck it inside the bag. What I used to do was take the whole thing off and tuck it in the bag. Well, I dropped the rope while I was up in the tree, and then what? You have your bridge to use as a lineman's rope to get down, and your tree tether, and it's just not as safe. So I always leave one end of my lineman's rope clipped to the loop, and the rest of it I shove into the bag here. The bag's kind of real floppy, it just swings around. It's not very tight to the body, so it's kind of a pain. It's slapping against your leg as you're walking in, but it does work. There again, you kind of get what you pay for. I love the saddle. There's just a little bit to be desired, and for the money, it's worth if you want to just get into it. So another upgrade I kind of did to it. I went and got these double carabiners, and one of them I clipped to the strap here, and the other one is where I clipped the platform and a climbing stick off each side. The X2 sticks, they come with 4, but I only use 3 of them, and I can get 18 feet with just 3 sticks. So I clip 1 stick on each side, put 1 on the tree, and then I have 1 of these in the back, and that's where I clip right here. That's where I clip my platform. But we'll get set up on a tree over here, and we'll show you how I use it. So the rule of thumb is you kind of want to find a tree about the size of a basketball. What I do is I'll take my strap here, loosen it up as far as I can get it, and I have my lineman rope. I'll actually balance this platform on my lineman's rope and or clip it to the D-ring just to kind of hold it in place. For now, I'm just going to lay here, take it and wrap your strap around. Pull this down a little bit. Put your other loop on real secure. Kind of want to make sure your strap is up a little higher, or else you're going to sink. Which I think that's almost the hardest part of this whole thing. And I take it, get it as tight as you can, push down on it. I get it to this point before I ever climb on it while I'm in the tree. Then I'll cam it over. And when I get up here, it's pretty solid already, but it's got a little separation here. So every time you get on, you want to hook the tree, leave your lineman's rope on, stand on the top, uncam it, push down on the top here. While you're pushing down, cam it again. Boom, it's locked in, and it's going absolutely nowhere now. It's real solid, sturdy. There's not a lot of, some of the platforms I was seeing, you have to put stealth strips all over the thing to get it to not be very loud. And this one, it's not bad at all. I don't mind it. As long as you keep pressure on it, like it's not going to go anywhere. It wiggles a little bit. Those teeth bite in really good, and for the money, it's a solid platform. All right, now that we got the saddle on, one thing I really wish I did a lot more before I actually went out and used this in a hunting situation. I wish I would have practiced more climbing all the way up, setting this thing up, getting set, and then climbing down, doing it over and over again to get more comfortable. The first few times I did it, I was shaking like a leaf. I wasn't real comfortable with it. Having trust in the equipment and knowing that it's going to hold you. But we got our saddle on. We've got our bridge already here, ready to go. What I do is I get my lineman's rope out. We're going to act like we're going to climb this thing. This is the reason I don't like this pouch. All right. We got our lineman's rope out now. Put the excess rope away. I kind of cinch this up a little bit, keep everything contained. Now we got our lineman's rope out. I usually extend it almost out as far as it will go. Throw it around. Let me swap these around so you can see what I'm doing. Kind of got to play with it and put the carabiners and your ropemen on your dominant side. So I take it, put my carabiner on it, and this is where this saddle doesn't really even go small enough for me because I got all this excess room in my harness that I do not like. So we put this on at the base of the tree. We got our first stick on. We will climb our sticks, use this, flip it up, move our way up. I like this because you can grab the stick with one hand, let loose a little bit, flip this claw up, and readjust your lineman's rope so you can get yourself as far away or close to the tree as you want. So once we get up there, what I do is I climb all the way up the sticks, get me close, one carabiner, and this one has a Ropeman 1 on it as well. But what I did is I got different colors, so in the dark I knew which rope I was pulling out of this pouch here. I didn't want to get confused and then grab the wrong ones, and it just makes it easy. So I've got a blue one on this one, an orange one on my lineman's rope. Your tree tether, which is this rope, you throw it around the tree. And I throw it around about forehead height. And then go back in on itself. Let the carabiner on the other end. System through. This tree is a little bigger than I would use. But I take it just offset off on the right side. Here. I take this and put it just offset on the right side and pull it back. There we go. And I take this as far as I can take it since this tree is a little big. But I always put the latch facing up. Throw your bridge in it. After that, you tie it to the tree. Let your lineman's rope go. Instead of disconnecting it all the way, you just shove it all back in the bag. And cinch it up. You can kind of play with it how high you like it. How much tension. You can lengthen and shorten your bridge. But even already, you got good movement. The platform stays steady. This is actually really comfortable to saddle. It's not bad at all. I've done some all-day sits in it. Go the other way. The platform, I've got a size 8 shoe, so it's not real big. But you can stand up on it and be just fine. It's plenty roomy. A lot of foot space. You can get up on it, you can push on it, there's some crazy things you can do with these things. I've got some knee pads, and I'll sit just like this, and I'll put a strap up, got my stuff hanging. It's really worth the money in my opinion if you just want to get into it. I know I've said that a few times already, but go check it out. I got mine at the Iowa Deer Classic last year, and it was well worth the money spent. I like XOP products. They make pretty good product, and the whole system is fairly decent. But you kind of get what you pay for. It's definitely usable. I wouldn't feel unsafe in it. It's not like cheap in that sense. It's just you don't get a lot of the luxuries as you do in the higher end products. So check it out and leave a comment down below and know what you think. If you feel like it, subscribe, and we're going to be doing some giveaways and some more things. I've got some hunts that are coming out, and yeah, we'll see you next time.